So here we can review the car and the way it's assembled. So yeah, as you can see, we have our main Pi module, as well as the Pi car head on it. They are connected, so that's a battery pack, connects to the Pi head itself. Right now it's turned on. Then we see the connection that goes for the ultrasonic sensor, as well as there is one that goes underneath to connect to the component under the car. So you can see they're both also connected with the wires, one of them going through the middle of the car. So yeah, so for the wheels, if you can see, like each of them has a pair of connections that all connect to here, the 4 motors. You can see them all here. So yeah, and finally the camera connection is right here. It goes here, and that's where the camera is mounted. Pretty simple. Right now it's running on the battery because I SSH'd into it, but generally speaking, if I want to connect it to power through the cord, I would use that USB port right there. And so this is the Pi car. Everything is connected, everything is working, tested. Yeah. So here I have set up a little improvised obstacle course, and that's gonna let us check how the car behaves on it. So let's run the program. There we go. So you can see that the car avoids the obstacles that come up. It doesn't bump into the walls or anything. So when it encounters an obstacle, it kind of turns around, and it doesn't stop turning until it finds a way of no object. So that's how the car behaves on the road. Okay, so you've seen the way the car moves, and now it's time to explain why it moves that way. So for the code walkthrough, the code I wrote for this part, I haven't really focused on the obstacle avoidance and detection that much, so it's pretty simple and straightforward for this part of the lab as we build up on top of it later on. So it's really similar to the obstacle avoidance that's been already implemented for us. You can see that the main thing, we import the Pi car 4-volt drive module because it abstracts a lot of functions very nicely for us, letting us to really just focus on the high-level stuff. So the main function is right there. The function drives everything, and inside the function we have a loop that just keeps on going until we interrupt the program. So what it does, it scans with the ultrasonic scanner. It scans the surrounding in front of the car. So if it wasn't scanned, it just proceeds to scan it again. Then we extract the values that were scanned, and then we compare them against an array of 2s, which basically just represents that the way is clear. So if it's not it, so that means there's something in the way. So if something is in the way, we pick a direction, and here it's pretty much the only difference between this and obstacle avoidance is that I choose the direction randomly. I only did it to really kind of differentiate the code from the thing that's been implemented already. And yeah, so we choose a direction and we either turn left or we turn right. So if the path ahead is clear, then we go ahead, we go forward. So basically that explains the behavior. You could see, like, whenever the car encountered object in its path, it started turning randomly left or right. So sometimes you could see that it was kind of just turning back and forth. So that's pretty much reasoning why it was doing that.